This tracker is awesome if you're also now in your reading era like me and you want to keep track of all the types of books and genres of books, even if that's only romance. But yeah, let's take a look at the tracker. Hi everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at how I track all the books that I am reading. I do have like two methods that I use to keep track of books. So the one is like digitally in Notion and the other one is with a physical book that's kind of like a reading journal. I do gravitate more towards the digital one just because it's so convenient because it's like on all your devices. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the setup that I have and how it looks so that maybe you can get this for yourself. I will have a link in short notes below to the template that I bought. It is not free. It is from Gridfiti. It's only $7 though, and it is really a life changer tracker for books in Notion. It's really cool. I do have good news though. So the people at Gridfiti were kind enough to give you guys a good deal on one of the bundles that they have. So this is their movie tracking bundle, which includes a movie tracker, a series tracker, and like we showed in this video, the book reading tracker. So they're giving away this bundle at a really good price. So usually this bundle costs $24, but they're giving it to you guys for $12. If you use the link in my description and go and check out with that link, you will see it has a discount applied. So they're so nice. Thank you so much to the team at Gridfiti for offering this. It's really nice of them. So yeah, then you can go ahead and get yourself some really cool Notion templates and at half price, which is really nice. So first I'm just gonna quickly cover my book journal because it's so short, it's gonna take like 2 minutes. So I have this notebook here that I just got. It is a dotted notebook. I just prefer those. It's not solely for reading tracking, it's more for like, it's mostly reading, but it also just has some lifestyle things in between. So this is what it looks like. I just have it here. It's in this green color. In here, I already have here a selection of book covers that I printed out that I know I'm gonna have to paste in here at some point. Then let's go ahead and go to the first page, which just says 2023 Life and Books. I'm gonna go through this very quickly. Then we just have reading goals. So I have 30 books that I want to read this year. And then we just have a series tracker with like 5 series that I'm interested in reading this year. None of this I'm taking very seriously, but it is just nice to have here. Then we have my 2023 TBR of just some books that I went off the top of my head that I want to read. Then there is this page that's just a quote that says, "There's no such thing as too many books. I just don't have enough shelf space," which I think is really cool. Then we just have for the month of February, since I started this in the month of February, I just have like a setup. I have a February TBR, and then sometimes I make to-do lists in my book journal, so it will be in here as well. Then this is probably my favorite page, which I still have to like color and I just don't have nice markers. So we just have this very iconic, I feel like a lot of people have done this in book journals, just like your bookshelf page. And then next to that I have my books read. So this is just a page to keep track of all the books that I've read this year, so and the rating and the date I completed it. And then I just have this one page that I made for the Dance of Thieves duology, which I recently finished in January. So I just wanted to make a page dedicated to that book. And that is basically what I plan to do throughout my reading journal. Is just every month keep track of the monthly TBR, reading goals, making spreads for books if it's a book that I really liked. And yeah, that is how I track my books in a physical book. It's not very detailed, it's more fun and creative, I feel like, but in Notion is way more detailed and more specific. So let's go ahead and go into that. So I just want to quickly show you what the template looks like when it's unedited and it's just bought. This is what the template looks like. It just has some books already that they put in as like a reference to show you what it would look like if there are books. So they have the currently reading section up next, my bookshelf, and then mastered book database. And then here at the side they have some things that you can do. So the reading summary, monthly reading goals, and my reading profile, so favorite book, author, all that kind of stuff. So I basically just took this template and added my own spin on it because I didn't want all this to be in my template, and I just made it fit my Notion theme more. So it's this page here, it's just called books. I'm trusting you're gonna get a deep dive of the type of books that I read, so no judgment here. This is judgment-free zone. Here we have it. So I just changed the banner to just one more chapter. All my banners have something related to the page, and then I just have this basic icon of a book stack. So that is what the more customized version looks like. I changed some of this as well. So just to show you, this is what it looks like and this is what mine ended up looking like. So I did change just a few things to make it more my style, like I mentioned. So you will see on my database here, I didn't include the reading summary. It just wasn't working for me for some reason. I think with all the things that I deleted and rearranged, I might have messed something up there, but I just removed it because it wasn't really that important to me. I just kept the monthly reading goals section, and then I kept some of the things of my reading profile, and that was basically it. And I just inserted this image that I got off of Pinterest of a book with flowers, and I thought it was pretty cool, so that's what I kept there. But what this database actually does that actually makes it so nice, so this is all in one database, as you can see. So this is the master book database, so this is just all your books. So as you can see, they have different views, so this is all. And this is what it looks like. So it has different sections. It has title, author, the status, what priority it is, and then also the type, so whether it's fiction or non-fiction. As you can see, I'm definitely more of a fiction reader. And then we just have our genre here. Again, you can see a solid theme here, but yeah, all your genres, pages rated in the book, and then the total pages. So this is very nice for in the currently reading section here, you have this tracker. So I can see how far in the books I am. So I'm here in 6% and this one's 7%. They do the calculation for you. You just have to fill in the pages read and the total pages, which is really nice. Then it's the year the book was read, I'm pretty sure. And then the progress of the book. So obviously these are all 100%. These are 0 because they are my TBR, and then when some of them are in progress. And then you have the format of your book. So it can be physical, digital, or borrowed. So most of mine are digital because I read on my Kindle, but yeah, you can have different formats there. You can even have like softcover or hardcover and add that in. Then you have your rating of your book, so I just have them all here. And then we have date read, so the date you read the book. And then they have some tags here that you can add in. So these are like, if it's your favorite, critically acclaimed, a classic, underrated, quick read. I included this one, which is just meh. You know when you have that feeling of a book that you're just like, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, so it was just kind of like meh, you know? So that is just my tags that I have in here. Then you have quick notes, which I don't really use, but it is the section if you just want to quickly jot something down about the book. And then I think I included this, which is the trope, because I like seeing the different tropes in books. So especially like romance books, enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, all that kind of stuff. So I have all that here. So that is the master database. So all the books that are in this database is then categorized in these tables right here. And what's really cool is it shows the book cover of every book, so it kind of really looks like a bookshelf. So I really like that. I'm gonna get into how you add a book later so that I can show you like how you get the cover. But yeah, so that is the master book database. They have some different views here. So this is all, then they have the library view, which shows you the book covers. Then you have by status. So that is TBR, DNF, it's reading and completed. And then they have by genre. So this again is my bookshelf. So this is kind of similar to this one. This just doesn't show all your books. This one has a load limit more. So it's just nice to see some of your books here. But you can also go here to go to recently read, read history, highly rated. So these are all the highly rated books that you have, your favorites, all the ones that you've set as favorites, and then calendar, how you read them, when you read what book. So that's also really nice. So you have different views of your bookshelf here as well that you can go ahead and take a look at. This section here up next is your TBR. So these are all the books you haven't read yet that you put in that you want to read. So this is just nice to have here as well, just to be reminded of the books that are on your TBR. So that is really nice to just have there. And then the top one here is the currently reading section. So I'm kind of moving from the bottom of the page up, so I'm sorry if that's confusing, but I just wanted to first explain the master book database. But yeah, so here is your currently reading, and then I just have the Hobbit and things we never got over that I'm kind of in between right now. You'll also see that they have a rule here that it only shows the books that are on priority for currently reading. So if it's set to like one book, it's not gonna show up in this currently reading section, which is nice. I mean, if you're not really interested in a book, it doesn't need to be in your face. So that is the currently reading section. So to add a book, it's really easy. All you need to do is click on this new section. So usually I put it in the currently reading, I just click on new. Then you just go ahead and fill in some details. So let's go ahead and type in Once Upon a Broken Heart. That's a book that I want to read next. I just need to select the right font here. Then I just usually add an icon that's relative to the book. So let's go ahead and just add a heart for this one, or a broken heart. And then for the cover, this is the part that actually makes you see the book cover. So usually what I'll do is I just go into my web browser and then just search for the book, go to images, and you can either just save this to your computer or your phone, whatever you're doing this on, or you can just go ahead and right click and click on copy image address, which I just think is really easier. And then you just go to change cover, link, and paste that link, and then it will load that onto the cover. Usually I just reposition it to see some parts of the book title or just a part of the book cover that I want to have noticed. So I'm just gonna put it like that. And then I usually just fill out all this information. So as you can see, here are all the authors that you have. So I know I have read a book by this author. So here it is, Stephanie Garber. And then you just go ahead and fill all this out, what type of book it is, what genre it is. So I know this is a fantasy and a romance. Total pages, usually I just Google this as well if I don't have a physical book to look at it. And then the status, mine is on my TBR, it's not currently in reading. Then the year is 2023. Priority, it's high on priority. Rating, you can't fill that out yet. Date read. Format, which is definitely going to be digital. And then text, I can fill that out all later. And then trope, I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna leave that out for later. But then you'll see every single time you add a book, you have templates here that they've made for you that you can fill out things about the book. So you have a non-fiction template and then you have a fiction template. So I'm gonna go to fiction, and then you will see it loads up this little page here. So this is what it looks like, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then you have my summary. So this is kind of like a summary about the book. Then you have your favorite quotes section that you can add in here, your overall thoughts, your favorite characters, favorite parts, least favorite parts, and then chapter notes. So you can just like jot down thoughts about the different chapters, and then you can just click here on new chapter, and then we'll add in a new chapter part that you can fill out. So it's really easy, and it's so nice to just be able to keep track of your books this way, and it's so organized. So I absolutely love using this. And as you can see, it was just added to my TBR right here, and I can just see that there. So that is how I keep track of all the books that I'm reading in Notion. This template has literally changed my life for tracking books. I absolutely love it. It's $7 on Gridfiti's website, link in the description box below. I highly recommend if you're looking for like a next level book tracker, this one's it, because it's just so mwah. So yeah, that is how I track my books in Notion. Let me know how you track yours in the comments down below.